Well, today we're going to be looking at the story of Zenith in the Book of Mosiah.
Oh, yeah.
Chapter 10.
That's a good one.
And
there's a lot there.
yeah, it's this whole...
Well, it's a long chapter.
It's a long chapter, yeah.
Yeah.
It's this whole narrative about...
yeah, he's going back to the land of his inheritance.
Yeah.
Trying to reclaim it, you know?
Yeah, and it doesn't go super well.
Yeah.
You know, like...
No, it's tough.
He runs into some issues along the way.
Right away.
Right away.
Well, not right away.
Not right away, yeah. He has a period of peace.
Yeah, he gets there and he's like, okay, we're gonna
fortify this.
We're gonna make weapons.
Yeah.
We're gonna set up guards.
Verse 1.
We're gonna make sure that we're ready if something happens, and then
weapons of war should be made of every kind.
That's right. And then they have like 22 years where it's just like
just living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah. Farming in families.
Building up the cities.
Yeah. They did flourish exceedingly.
Verse 5.
That's right.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, it doesn't...
Well, then you get
it doesn't stay that
King Laman dies.
Yeah.
And then his son takes over.
Verse 6.
Yeah. And he's a little more bloodthirsty.
Yeah, a little bit.
And so Zenith starts setting up spies.
Okay, so right away, like, you know,
he's like, oh, we gotta know.
I can just tell. Like,
what's going on?
The tone shifts.
Yeah, the tone shifts.
When you read that verse, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Things are about to go down.
Things are about to go down.
Verse 7.
Yep. Yeah. So he sets up spies all around to see what the Lamanites are up to.
Yeah, just to get a sense of...
Yeah, what are they planning?
What's going on?
What are their intents?
Yeah.
That's that word.
And I think that's an important thing is like he didn't just send out spies to see like what they were doing.
He wanted to know their hearts.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
Yeah. And I think it's interesting because it says, you know, in verse 8.
Oh, yeah.
Like
they come in a great multitude.
They come in a huge GE.
A lot of guys.
A lot of guys, yeah.
And they have their heads shaved. Right. And they got their girdles.
And they're ready for war.
They're ready for war.
Like
yeah.
They are decked out.
Yeah.
This is like
this is not a scouting party.
No, this is not
this is a full on.
This is the real deal.
Yeah.
So he sends out these spies to kind of get a feel for what's going on, and then, you know,
it's like a wave of Lamanites coming at them.
You get the sense that
this is terrifying.
This is terrifying, yeah.
You know.
Like if I were Zenith.
And
I saw that,
okay, like
I'd be like, oh boy.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
So.
But he's old now?
Yeah, he's older, yeah. He's not.
But he's still leading the people.
Well, he's still leading.
Yeah.
He's like, listen.
He's like, we're going to do this.
We're going to
take the women and children.
Like the vulnerable.
We're going to hide them in the wilderness.
Yep.
And then all you men.
Yeah.
Young guys.
Yeah.
You middle-aged guys, you older guys.
We're all going to.
We're going to divide up.
We're going to make this happen.
Yeah, and face this threat.
Yeah. And we're going to trust in the Lord.
Yes.
But we're also going to like do our part.
We're going to fight.
Yeah.
But we're also going to put our trust in the Lord.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, verse 10.
It's that balance, right?
Yeah.
Of like faith and works, right?
Yes.
You can just
exactly
sit back and be like, well.
Exactly.
You got this. God's got this.
I'm just going to pray about it.
We're good.
Yeah, you got to go out and do something.
Do something, yeah.
Yeah. Put in the work.
Put in the work.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. This is setting up like this clash, right?
Yeah.
Between these two
peoples. Two very different peoples.
Yeah.
Culturally.
Yeah. And we're going to get into that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's like he's setting the stage for this conflict.
Yes.
That's about to happen.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big contrast there, right?
Huge contrast.
Between the peace and prosperity they had and then this like huge army coming at them.
And you just get this sense of dread.
Yeah.
When you read those verses, you're just like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is not going to be good.
Yeah.
So
we'll
see what happens.
We'll see what happens next.
Yeah.
Yep. And it really is a clash, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, they're coming down.
You get to verse 11 and it's like.
Verse 11.
All bets are off now.
They did come down upon the Nephites to battle.
Yeah, it's, they're not messing around.
No.
Like they came to fight.
They did commence the work of death.
Yeah, that's
that's
some pretty serious language there.
It is. And I think part of it too is, like you said, they're coming from two different like viewpoints.
Yeah.
You know, the Lamanites,
they
don't have the same understanding of God.
Yeah, they knew nothing concerning the Lord.
Right.
So they're coming from a place of fear.
Right.
Of anger, resentment.
Yeah.
And so...
And you got to remember their whole history.
You got to remember, like,
why are they so upset?
Where are they coming from?
Yeah.
What's led them to this point?
Yeah, like, we got to go back.
And that's where I think, like, verses 12 through 17 are so fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gives us that perspective.
It gives us a little backstory.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Like, where are they coming from?
Yeah.
Why are they doing this?
Yeah, why do they hate?
Yeah, what's the source of this?
The Nephites so much.
Eternal hatred.
Yeah, verse 17. Like they wanted to just wipe them off the map.
They wanted to destroy the people of God, even as the Jews sought to destroy the people of the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a really important point.
It is.
Because they're comparing themselves to the Jews.
Yeah, they see themselves as...
And the Nephites to the,
chosen people.
The people that destroyed them.
Yeah, and they're like, you guys are...
Yeah.
You're the bad guys.
You're just like them.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing.
And you're coming into our land.
Yeah.
And taking it from us.
Yeah, we had to wander in the wilderness.
Yeah.
For all this time.
Yeah, and so they have this, like, generational trauma.
Right.
That they're carrying with them.
Yeah.
And it's all coming to a head.
It's bubbling up.
Right here.
Yeah.
In this conflict.
Yeah. And, even Zenith, he recognizes his part in all this.
Yeah. I may have messed up a little bit.
I was deceived by the cunning and the lying craftiness of King Laman.
Verse 18, he owns it.
He owns it.
He's like, all right.
He's like, yeah, I messed up.
Made some mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think that's...
It's huge for a leader.
Yeah, especially...
Because we all admit fault.
Yeah, to be like...
Yeah,
I may have led us into this mess.
That's powerful.
But we're gonna figure it out.
We're going to make it right.
We're going to do our best.
Yeah.
And you see that like in verse 19.
Yeah, he's like we're going to go to battle.
We're going to go to battle.
With all our might.
We're going to do everything we can.
Yeah.
But we're going to...
Put our trust in the Lord.
Trust in the Lord.
Yeah.
And that's like the key.
Yeah.
It's like that balance.
Yeah.
Of like doing...
Faith and works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we can.
That's what makes all the difference.
But also relying on God.
Right.
That's
how they obtain the land of their inheritance.
Yeah. And so they go to battle.
Yeah.
And
they win.
They win.
They drive the Lamanites out.
Yeah, they drove them again out of our land.
Yeah.
Back to verse 20.
Yeah.
But it's
that cycle.
It is a cycle. Right?
They win.
Yeah, they win.
But how long is that going to last?
Yeah, how long?
Yeah.
Until the next conflict.
Yeah.
So it's
never really over, is it?
It's not really over. Yeah. It's just a temporary.
It's just a lull.
Yeah.
A brief respite.
Yeah. Yeah. And Xanath.
He's getting old.
He's getting tired.
He's tired.
He's like, I'm done.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to pass this on to my son.
Yeah, verse 21.
You guys go back to work.
Back to work.
Tend your flocks, till your ground.
Yep. Raising all manner of grain.
Yeah. Live your life.
All manner of fruit.
I've done my part.
Yeah, he's just...
I'm going to let you...
I'm handing over the reins.
Take it from here.
Here you go. And then he ends with this like...
May the Lord bless my people. Amen.
Beautiful.
Blessing.
Just a simple prayer.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I'm done.
Lord bless these people.
Yeah. Take care of them.
Yeah. Powerful stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
It is a good story.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like, we've been talking about this whole story.
Yeah.
And Zenith and his leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
About what it means to be a good leader.
Yeah, like what are the qualities?
Yeah, what does it actually look like?
Yeah, that make a good leader.
And I think Zenith,
yeah,
he really embodies a lot of those.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's got the strength.
Yeah.
But he's also got the humility.
Yeah, that's huge.
To admit when he's wrong.
Yeah, back in verse 18, when he's like, yeah.
I messed up.
I kind of messed up.
Yeah. And he's willing to prepare.
Yeah, he's proactive.
Yeah. He's not just sitting around waiting for things to happen.
Right, he's not passive.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
We gotta get ready.
What do we need to do to protect ourselves to be ready?
And that's a good lesson for all of us, isn't it?
It is.
Whether we're leading a family or a community or a business or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Like, we gotta be prepared.
Yeah.
We can't just...
Hope for the best.
Hope for the best and just,
Yeah.
sit back and let things happen to us. We gotta be active.
We gotta be proactive.
Yeah.
And I think another thing that really stands out to me is like his faith.
Oh.
Like even when things are going bad.
Yeah.
He never gives up on God.
Nope.
He's always like, okay.
He's like, we're gonna do our part.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna trust in the Lord.
Yeah. And he's always pointing people back to that.
Yes.
Even in the midst of battle.
Yes, that's verse 19.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, go to battle with all your might. Yeah, we're going to fight.
Yeah.
We're going to do everything we can.
But put your trust in the Lord.
But we're also going to trust in God.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a powerful message.
It is.
Because it's not like...
It's not one or the other.
Either or.
It's both.
Yeah, it's both.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get caught up in that
yeah.
Oh, I just got
to have enough faith.
Have enough faith and then everyone will be fine.
Right.
Or it just got to work hard enough.
Yeah.
And then everything will be fine.
It's got to be a balance.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
And Zenith shows us that.
He does.
He's like, yeah, we're going to work hard.
Yeah.
We're going to prepare.
Yeah.
But we're also going to trust in God.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we can all
absolutely
learn from.
Yeah, that's a good takeaway, right?
Yeah, that's a great takeaway.
From this whole story.
Yeah. So we've been talking about Zenith and his story.
Yeah.
His leadership, his faith.
His struggles.
His triumphs.
Sure.
Yeah. The conflict.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
It has been a journey.
Yeah.
Through Mosiah chapter 10.
Yeah.
And
it's a good one.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And we hope you learned something.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.